So I'm above the Lake Sevan here, which is the biggest lake in Armenia. It's a natural lake that still is fished in to this very day. Today what we're going to try to do is go around the perimeter of the lake looking for groves of sea buckthorn. This particular plant has brought me essentially to Armenia because I believe that it has such an extraordinary potential as a superfood that we wanted to investigate further. So along the banks is one of the natural habitats of this plant. It actually has a very large range, but here in Armenia, it's harvested wild right from the shores of Lake Sevan. It gets pretty frigid up here, and as you can see, the wind blows like crazy. It's not too far to our east that the great mountain, Mount Ararat, stands on the border of Armenia and on the edge of eastern Turkey. Windy and cold, right above Lake Sevan. Ooh, we're going through the sea buckthorn, and it really is. Okay, you're laughing at me. Come through here and see.
I know about this. I am from Moldova.
Okay,
we
go
have
through
it. So I tried to escape this, but he's insisting.
Okay, so over here. This is my little beloved sea buckthorn here. You got him?
You'll buy me a new jacket.
Did you rip your jacket? So here we have sea buckthorn, and this to me is the new orange juice of the north, as I keep saying. So this fruit is hard to pick, but there are ways to deal with it. The way the Russians do it in Siberia, because it grows even in Siberia, is they take the plant and they trim these branches that are laden with fruit like this, and then they let it get down to sub-zero temperatures, and they just hit the stalks against things. They beat it, and they beat the fruit off. A solution to that is through horticulture, and right now in some parts of the world, especially in an area that Armenians don't like to talk about, in Azerbaijan, there are professors who are working on selecting sea buckthorn varieties that don't have spines, and as you see, the fruit is pretty small. So part of a horticulturalist's goal is to make a larger fruit. So they're getting bigger and bigger berries, maybe some of them the size of small blueberries right now, which greatly increases production. So if we can come up with sea buckthorn that does not have spines with large fruit, we make it even more commercially interesting to fruit and juice producers. Now in Canada, another cold subarctic place, they are also working on breeding sea buckthorn, and that is at the University of Saskatchewan, because there they also realize the potential of this amazing berry. Now for a guy like me, it may not be the best berry, because I think, maybe I'm just mentally distorted, that I have hemochromatosis. What is hemochromatosis? It's the genetic defect that makes your body store too much iron. So why shouldn't I be eating sea buckthorn? Is because it's loaded with vitamin C. And vitamin C helps you store iron. That's why it makes your blood nice and rich and nice and red. Well, the problem with a guy like me who perhaps stores too much iron is I need to get rid of that iron, and I shouldn't be eating sea buckthorn, but to my chagrin, it is one of the tastiest, most delicious, most nutritious berries that exist. I slobber when I talk about sea buckthorn. They pick you like crazy. They're wonderful. You can see this thicket here. I'm trying not to get picked to death going through here. All along the banks of Lake Sevan, it just is an absolute gorgeous place. So you can see I'm about 6 foot, 6'4.5", and these bushes get anywhere from 8 to 10 feet tall, so real thickets of them. It's a wonderful plant. It stabilizes eroded and degraded places in cold areas, so it should really be being planted all over the globe because it will be a super nutrition for all of us. In fact, the ancient Greeks knew about it. They called it hippophae. Hippophae raminoides is the scientific name because they used to feed sea buckthorn leaves and berries to horses because it gave them beautiful no, not beautiful skin. It gave them beautiful pelts, beautiful fur. Oh, I love sea buckthorn. Ow! We want sea buckthorn. 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 We want sea buckthorn.
Don't fall in the water.
We want sea buckthorn.